Going on YouTube, back with another video. So today I'm here to talk about the F1 trailer review. Um, I'm a huge racing fan. I love racing. Always have, always will, right? So I'm super excited about this movie. Even from the first announcement, I was excited about it. And the teaser trailer that was released a while back, I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. But this trailer got me super pumped for this one. Like I'm so excited to see it now. For one, again, as I mentioned, I love racing. So you already got me there, right? Anytime you got racing, you're gonna have me. The fact that F1 is actually, I think they collaborated with F1 on this film, makes it even a little bit better for me. So that should bring a sense of realism to the film, which I'm real big on realism in my movies. Don't get me wrong, I can suspend my disbelief, but depending on what you're going for, I like for it to be realistic, and it seems like they got that down with this film. Looking at the trailers, at least, obviously, I'm a fan of Brad Pitt. He's a phenomenal actor, one of the best. Um, what really got me excited about this film too was the casting of Damson Idris. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. Give me if I'm wrong there. He is a phenomenal actor in my opinion. Um, if you watch Snowfall, you see how great this dude is. This dude has talent, like for real. Like I think we talk about Timothy Chalamet, rightfully so, as like the next big star. I think this dude has that kind of talent. Like I think he's right there with him. He just haven't been given the project to really show it to the world, right? Like obviously, again, I mentioned Snowfall, but Snowfall was it's not a film, I mean, it's not on that level per se, but man, his talent in it is insane. He's just great. So actually, go watch Snowfall if you haven't seen it. Snowfall is phenomenal. I love Snowfall. One of my favorite series of all time. Had one of the best, if not the best, series finale that I've ever seen personally. So go watch Snowfall if you haven't seen it. Um, but he's great in the film, in the series, and so I'm hoping he's going to be great in this. I'm hoping that this is the film that kind of launches his career because again, I think he's a phenomenal talent. The film itself, though, it looks great, and what I love about it is obviously it's the same director that did Top Gun Maverick. Jerry Bruckheimer, who produced it, is back in there, and so you can tell that they're going for like a Top Gun Maverick type of film, type of vibe, right? That's what I got from this film, man. I love Top Gun Maverick. I thought it was probably a flawless one, right? So for me, the notion that they're going for that is awesome. Because again, I saw Top Gun Maverick 3 times in theaters. I saw it in 40X. It was so great to see that in 40X. And obviously, I'm going to see this one in 40X. I will be there opening night at a 40X theater. Can't wait. What I need from this film, though, I need the scene that's fighting. So you remember the scene in Top Gun Maverick where Maverick steals the jet and shows everybody that like that mission that they were training for that it could be done. And he steals that jet, and you're watching him in the jet, and he's doing all that kind of stuff. Amazing, amazing scene, and to see that in 40X was just mind blowing. One of the best experiences I've ever had in the theater, if not the best. I need that kind of scene in this film and in this movie. I mean, it's right for it. I need a scene where there's like minimal music, where there's like just like a score playing in the background, and you're seeing Brad Pitt or Damson Idris or whoever it is, just in that, just doing their thing on the track. I need one of those scenes in this film. Another thing that I loved about this trailer was it seemed to like one of the coolest things about F1 in my opinion is the glitz and glamour of it. Formula One is global. You go to the races, you see the stars, man. They're at all these beautiful locations. That's even the cars, right? Ferrari, Aston Martin, Mercedes. Like it's just glitz and glamour. You know what I mean? Like those guys are rock stars. You know what I mean? And this film seemed to have brought that to the light, right? They're showing some of the lights and some of the locations that they're shooting this film on. So I really love that they brought that to this trailer. That they seem to be bringing it to the film. Um, the story, just from what I gathered from the trailer, seems like a basic story. It actually kind of reminds me of the story from Driven with Sylvester Stallone. If you've seen that film, it's an older film. It got horrible reviews. It's not the best car movie in the world, but I enjoy it. It's kind of a guilty pleasure of mine. I actually really like that film. I think it's kind of a just cool little film to watch from time to time. I actually really enjoy it. Again, I'm also biased because I love racing. So, even though it's not a realistic racing film at all, but it's an enjoyable film in my opinion. It's just kind of fun, But if you watch it now, it's pretty dated as far as the effects go. But the story of that film was basically like this has-been driver is hired by his former team owner to train his rookie prodigy, right? And that seemed to basically be the same story with this. But this is not the kind of film you're going to see for like the drama and the story, right? Like you just need a decent story. But this one what's going to make this film is the racing scenes, right? That's just what's going to make it, and hopefully it's just a film we can have fun with, right? And there seem to be some good comedy and some good banter between Nelson Idris and Brad Pitt. That's what you're going to see this film for, the banter. If they can throw in some good quality funny comments or moments in the film, and again just the action being on point. And obviously, with F1 collaborating on this film, I think you're gonna have a lot of like diehard F1 fans that are gonna be like how realistic it is. Um, for me, I'm not a diehard F1 fan, even though I love F1. It's not my favorite form of racing, but I do enjoy F1. So for me, with this movie, I do. I am gonna be looking for some realism, but my biggest thing that I'm gonna be looking for with this film is just like I want that Top Gun Maverick type feel. And I'm not saying it has to be as good as Top Gun Maverick. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that that's the vibe I got from the trailer. And so they can give me that experience again. Because, again, Top Gun Maverick was one of the best experiences I've ever had in the theater. So if you can just recreate that feel for me, I'll be happy. And even though I am big on the realism, I don't expect it to be 100% real. I'm sure there are going to be some things that they exaggerate on, or some things that they screw up, or whatever, or some things that they change so that the film is better. Because it's not a documentary, right? It's not a breakdown of how F1 works, right? The first goal of this film is to entertain. So as long as there's nothing egregious in this film, kind of like I don't know if you guys have seen it, but David Cronenberg has a film from the '70s or late '80s, excuse me, early late '70s, early '80s, called Fast Company. It's about drag racing, which is my favorite form of racing. I love drag racing. It's my life, right? Um, and there's a scene, if you know drag racing, if you're familiar with drag racing, there's a scene where one of the main characters is driving a nitro methane funny car down the street. Like he's driving it down the street. So unrealistic, man. I get irritated every time I watch that because it's just like, wow. Like even I understand the funny cars back then were different than the ones of today. You're not driving one down the street. It's just not happening. You're not driving one of those cars down the street, man. And watching that is so irritating. It's not. It doesn't make or break the film. That's not a comment on the film. It's just a comment on one scene, right? So as long as there's like, or even if you take Driven, the scene where if you guys seen the film, there's a scene where the two main characters they steal some indie cars and drive down the streets like Chicago, I think it is, or whatever. And it's very unrealistic. Never had go down the way it was portrayed in the movie. As long as there's nothing like that in this film, I think I'll be okay. From what I'm gathering, I don't think there's gonna be anything like that in this film. At least I hope not. It probably won't be nothing too egregious in this film. But I'm very excited for it. I think Lewis Hamilton is one of my all-time favorite drivers. He's producing this film, I believe. Like I said, I think they collaborated with F1, so we should definitely have that sense of realism. And you got that from the trailer. Also, Javier Bardem, man, phenomenal actor, one of the best actors in the world. So I'm just excited for this film. It looks amazing. They seem to have really like captured the feel of Top Gun Maverick and brought it to this film, which is kind of funny because I believe that the same thing was done when Days of Thunder came out. Days of Thunder was kind of supposed to be like another version of Top Gun, right? Because it came out a couple years after, and they had the same director, Tony Scott, rest in peace. They had the same star, Tom Cruise, and the same producer, Jerry Bruckheimer. So, and they tried to recreate it. It didn't work out as well as they hoped. I actually really love Top Gun. Excuse me, Top Gun, yes, but I meant to say Days of Thunder. I love Days of Thunder. I actually saw a rumor that they're working on a sequel. I don't know if that's true or not, but I would be all for it. Hopefully, if this film is great, they can get the director Joseph Kosinski, Jerry Bruckheimer, bring back Tom Cruise. I'm sure he would be for it. At least I would imagine he would be. So I'm really excited for this one. It looks amazing. Looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. And I think it's still not my most anticipated film of the year, but it definitely got me excited. My most anticipated film of the year still goes to Avatar, Fire and Ash, but man, this is probably my number three behind Ryan Coogler's Sinners. I can't wait to see this one. I do think that potentially that I might end up having the most fun with this one, especially like again going to see it in 40x. I think that this will probably be the film I have the most fun with. The trailer, like I say, it looks great. Man. Like, oh my god, like I was really excited. Um, it just like I said, they just that feel, man. Like is the joy for me was again because of how much fun I had seeing Top Gun Maverick. And they captured for me. It captured that feel of Top Gun Maverick for me. It did. It felt like I was watching. it felt like, the feeling that I got from Top Gun Maverick is what I, and the way that that movie is what I got from this film. So I'm stoked, man. I'm stoked, and like I said, like let me know down in the comments what you guys think about the trailer, your thoughts, your expectations. How'd you like Top Gun? How'd you like Top Gun Maverick? Excuse me. Driven. Your thoughts on this trailer. Your thoughts on this film. Also, let me know what you think about F1 in general. How you like it? Do you care about it? If you're an F1 fan, what do you think? If you're not an F1 fan, but you saw this trailer, what do you think? So, can't wait to see what you guys got to say. Can't wait for this movie to come out. Thanks for watching.